Now, welcome to World Chef Podcast. I'm your host, Ragnar Fredriksson, and you're listening to World on a Plate. Joining us today, I have a chef, Giuseppe De Vincenzo. Giuseppe, he recently was named the champion at the World Chef European Grand Prix, and he secured his spot at the Global Chef Challenge, the finals that are set to take place at the World Chef Congress in 2026. Giuseppe here, he's a member of the Italian Federation, the FIC. And before Italy, last time we saw him, in fact, was in Singapore, where he already competed in the Global Chef Challenge finals. So here we go again. And last time was second place, I think. Now is out to win. And so living in Italy today, where he's consulting and doing events as a private chef. He has a lot of stories to tell us from his travels. So I want to welcome Giuseppe and congratulations, Giuseppe, for your recent win of the European semifinals. And thank you for joining us, Chef.
Hi everyone, thank you so much, Chef. It's a pleasure for me to be here and tell everybody what this was, maybe all the experience behind the scenes, and it was a great experience, I'd say.
Yeah, it was great to watch you, and it was a good atmosphere, and the joy. I can see the joy when you got that win. So tell us more about how did you experience the Global Chef Challenge in Rimini, being at home. How was the experience for you? Was it a good ambience?
Yeah, actually, I think the experience of the Global Chef or whatever was the competition in the World Chef is not just about the day of the competition, but it's all that is behind the scenes and all the work that we do as a group, not just me and maybe Andrea, that was my me, but all the work that we go together with the national team. And on the day, it's just make it nice what you prepared for. And the coolest things that you can also travel without traveling, because there is all guys from all over the world. This is the greatest things. You make friends with everybody, and this is, I think, is the most important things of competition, maybe, because yes, everybody's there for win and for compete and do our best. But I think the real goal is meeting people, and when you maybe you are in holidays or where you are whatever, you call them and say, hey guys, I'm here, and you share again that experience.
Yeah, I think you mentioned to me when we were in Rimini that your mentality was different this time than last time you competed. It was more about having fun and enjoying it.
Yes, yes. I think first competition. I mean, it was also the first competition for me in my career in Singapore, and I take it very very strong, and I really wanted to win because it's not just about my goals, but it's also when you think that you have to demonstrate also to the federation or maybe your parents or your girlfriend or whatever that you can do it, and it start to be a trouble because if you don't win, is you cancel all the good things that you did before and during the competition, and you don't enjoy it. And
Hmm.
I think when you have this point, when you get this point, is much more easy, and you get also the competition with the happiness. And I think, in my opinion, when you put happiness in what you do, because you are not afraid to lose, because you are there for make it happy. Also, the food is absorbing your energy, in my opinion, and also you can make it more nice.
Absolutely. And so in the end, you came out as winner when you didn't expect. So that's a really good it's a very good lesson. And as kudos to you for realizing that and mentioning that. So I guess I mean, tell us a little bit more about your the whole preparation. I mean, training for the competition. I guess you already were in Singapore, so you already had a feeling of how to go about. But like, was it a different inspiration for your menu this time? What was the what you wanted to express with the menu at the semifinal in Rimini?
I have to say, from Singapore, when I start with the national team, they said, hey, we have to prep on Singapore, and it was my first competition, and I didn't know even what it was a competition. I know what is the stress and the pressure, because we are chef and we have the blood in the blood, the pressure of making the service. But When I created the plate for Singapore, it was really much more on the it's not what really personal, but I was thinking what is gonna be nice on the competition, or what maybe is looking the judges is looking for, like a great piece of meat or great vegetables, and keep it cooking, because it's what our coach try to tell us every time, is keep it cooking. Don't be too much a pharmacist. You know, when you are in the box, we try to be carré, en français c'est carré, really,
Yeah.
but we don't have to forget what is love. And when I finished this experience in Singapore, it was I was saying, hey, chef, I don't make any more competition, you know, because second place is much more hard than maybe 4 or 5, because he was there. And boom, after 1 week, my general manager, Gianluca Tomasi, called me and said, hey, Giuseppe, we was thinking to put you again in the competition in Global Chef. Is in Rimini. We have to be there because we are Italy and we are Italian. So what do you think about? And we wanna make it again, because you know it's not just it's not an easy choice, make it or not, because you know that it's gonna take you a lot of energy to make it. You know, a lot of training and time, because actually I'm from Puglia and we make all the training in North Italy. So every time we have to take train, 12 hours of traveling is really important. I said instantly yes. But in that night I was thinking the plate already, and I said, okay, I didn't sleep even, because I was looking for what I have to make on the plate. Okay, we have to make a starter and the main course. I said, okay, I want that this is gonna be my plate, you know, like my inspiration, and also what is from my experience. And so I put all my experience and inspiration that I get from my traveling inside this plate that I present to you, chef.
And so what was that? So your inspiration came from your home background, or from traveling, and which travels?
I tried to make also through this experience. I also find a little bit of what is my identity as a chef. You know, because I'm really young, and even if I'm not old, but I'm not young. And this is the moment that you also listen what is your identity after that you travel and you start to work as a chef. You're looking for it, because in the beginning you start to maybe copy what is there and what make it there, and afterwards you start to be in contact with yourself. So I try to keep the vegetables really easy and clean, and also efficient meat. So what is my experience from also from Japan? A little bit also the starter was the planing of leaves, and also the stencil, and working with the seaweed and all the seafoods. So the concentration of flavors is come from, in my opinion, was come from a little bit from experience in Japan, because you know, for the flavor, but also the techniques is really French, I have to say, from my experience. The classic beurre blanc, you know, every time we try to make so many kind of sauce and different, but keep it simple. Even my manager say the sauces and the meat and fish, try to keep it simple and nice, because it's what not just judges but also customers in the restaurant is looking for it. Easy stuff, but make it nice. And after you play with flavors and stuff, you can do it. And about the main course, I was looking. I take a lot of inspiration from the work that I did with my old chef Colagreco in Mirasur. That it teach me a lot of about flowers and flavors. And I work with the meadows wheat. It is a flour, and making hollandaise and also the ragu inside. So I work a lot with the flavors. After you know, making plate for competition is a little bit different of what I was making on the restaurant. So the help of my coach Francesco Cinquepalmi and the work of Andrea, but also all the team, because we are from vegan chef and commis and pastry. Every time we make training, we taste it, everybody all together. Maybe it's my project, but the help from everybody is the most important things, because I was thinking it was good, but we change it a lot. From what I was thinking is another plate. Maybe just the roots is the same, but after you start to change this and this and this, and together you make. We try to make the perfect plate to present to the judges.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned your travels, so I guess those play an important role for you as not a young but not an old chef. Your travels. So tell us where have you mentioned Calo Greco. That's an amazing place to start. Where do your inspiration come from for your travels? What is your traveling experience, and where were you working?
I was when I was 19. I did my first experience in London. In my opinion, all the young chefs has to start from London, because they open your mind at the maximum that you can. It's not just the job you are doing, but all the chef there is looking for make it cool and avant-garde. It's really nice. And I was in from Michel Roux at Le Gavroche, that now is closed. But I think it's the most important things. It's the most important experience as a young chef, because you don't use any tweezers, So it was the first experience as a chef and as a commis, of course, in the big team of 20 people. And I come, with when you start a Michelin star, you think of tweezers and stuff, but the only things that you can use there is a spoon and taste and butter. So it's what a really young chef needs to do. So I did this great experience. I also touched the first protein as a chef, the first scallops, the first fish, first meat. So you be in contact when you are 20 years old and touch the protein. I was feeling really grateful, because it's not easy that a chef give you a piece of meat and said, okay, you can work on it. Old school is quite like this. And afterwards, I said I was in Japan from Seiji Yamamoto in Ryugin. It's a 3-star, and I was making a stage there for 3 months. After that experience, I was thinking to do something more a little bit quiet and restart the energy. So I was thinking of Japan, and I put up all my money there for a stage. And I have to say it's the best experience of my life, because everything is different, but the respect that they have for food and vegetables, they really it's a really religion for them. Food. I was training to make 300 scallops in the morning. Bum, 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 bum. After you come there and you spend 1 hour to fillet the fish, just because you have to make it perfect. They don't care about the time. So it's completely different mentality. And I think we have to find a middle point, because when you are in the restaurant, you have to rush a little bit sometimes, but you don't have to forget to keep it respect on what you are preparing. Also, the halibut that we was working on the competition, is coming from a lot of is a travel that he made, and we forget sometimes that is a life before. This was an animal, and he's giving your life, his life to us to make it nice. So this is really a good point that I learned there. Afterwards, I started my experience on a train that was really running fast. It was Mirasur in 2019. And in that year, the restaurant gets the first restaurant in the world and 3 Michelin star in the same year. So it was really, I don't know how to explain. It's like, wow, it's like the most emotional experience that maybe a chef can do, because as working as a chef, because you see there that the energy that is there from the chef, that is pushing you as well to make your best that you can make, and you overpass your limits because you think maybe I'm tired or I'm stressed, but in that point that you think that you are, sorry for the word, fucked up, you overpass your limits and you make you stronger. And this was a really good experience. I was 2 years and a half there, and we made a pop-up in Singapore. So there was, for me, when I came again with the World Chef, I met a lot of guys there and friends. They helped me also to make mise en place. We was in the Shangri-La hotel for make mise en place, and I was really grateful because this is the important things to make it friends and make it friends and family. That when you travel, everybody's helping to you. And what I feel when it was in Rimini, I say to everybody, said, hey guys, if you need anything that you need, we play at home. So if you need something, just ask. Don't worry. So this was a good point. And it was Singapore, and we opened a restaurant in St. Moritz in the Cool Motel. And we get started like after 1 month. It was great because we was there pushing to high level. It was like as a pop-up, but just for 3 or 4 months after like seasonal restaurant. And was great as well. And I met Switzerland in that point, and the year later I decided to go to Andreas Caminata. It was Schloss Schauenstein in 3-star in Switzerland, and it was also a great experience. I met Chef Andreas. I had the opportunity to work with Chef Andreas. That is one of the best chefs I met, because not just as a chef, but as a person, as an investor, you can see that he's managing really nice people, trade people really well, give you time for rest, give your time to work. But he listens you if you have a problem. He come to you and said, hey, what's going on? Or maybe we can push a little bit more. What do you think? It's a different mindset, more to Nordic mindset than French part.
Right.
Yeah, this is so far what I did there. And after I came here to make holidays in my hometown, like 1 month's holidays, and I decided to stay here because I find when you come back at home after this travel, you feel that you can do something here. I don't feel that I'm already a chef complete. I know that I have to learn a lot because I'm really young. But I know that maybe my region needs me, and I need my region. So this is so far my travel. Sorry for the long.
I know, that's amazing. And how old are you now, Giuseppe?
I'm 27, just on 24 February.
Oh, you have you can write a whole book and a whole story about about your journey so far. And it's no, actually, it is really interesting because you're like you put all this background of your experiences into your cooking and the competition, just for young people that are listening to realize it's not just about training for one competition. It's a whole life investment, and you really made that investment. So yeah, I think definitely for our listeners should be noting your name down, because I'm sure we're gonna hear from you again. And so it's a really inspiring story. And yeah, and well, I do hope, and I'm sure that you're gonna be adding on another chapter to that story. You're still young, as you say, and there's still time. So yeah, so now relaxing a little bit after the whole competition part, and your plans for the future, of course, is a Global Chef Challenge in Wales to enjoy. What other do you already have any thoughts about next chapter? Now I know now you're getting resourcing yourself in Puglia.
I'm actually thinking of Luxembourg before a global chef.
That's correct. That's correct.
Luxembourg, as a national team, Italy is growing up year by year. And what is our project? My chapter here is fully focused on what is our national team, and grow up also with making try to make a large team with also young guys from school, and try to making a big. It's not just I don't want to be like every time me in the box. I can also leave space to somebody else that want to make it. So, but we have to find also people that love competition, and we are working on it with our coach that has a lot of experience. As a worker, I'm I'm taking some a little bit time, because this is the time of chef that everybody's looking for you. You know, it's before summer, and we are the phone is every time calling. Hey, after also the competition, the opportunities that give you World Chef is amazing, because it's also a question of visibility. It's not just about what you have done, but you attract also owner of a restaurant, or maybe somebody for consulting that needs your help, and say that I love your mentality. You can come to me, maybe help just to make a menu or something like this. Is really cool as an opportunity of job, I have to say. And so yesterday I came back from holidays, so I still have my luggage, and my plan now is making a washing machine. I don't know. I love to live my present as much I can. So don't overthink too much on the future. Just keep it like a river. Go, and whatever is coming, we take with positivity, and the best is coming. You know, tonight we have an event as well. So as soon as I finish here, I go to work.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy also to come back at work after 1 month, maybe almost to
Yeah.
the, and sharing also the gold medal and whatever the experience to my colleagues. And yeah.
You're right. Yeah, take time to enjoy it and take it all in, and then when you are ready, you will probably find new adventures. I'm sure. Uh, what? So, if like for young people that would like to, you mentioned you said something like you're trying to find people for the national team who love competitions. Is there, do you feel like yourself now that you've become a quite senior in the competitions, you're finding young people. What sort of mentality are you looking for when you are creating a team, the national team? And what would you sort of advise to young chef who would like to get involved in competitions in the future?
Yeah, I have to say to maybe when we look for young talent, because actually this competition is also a way to find talent on the gastronomy. So when you see, because in the same days of our competition, we had the national competition, like chef of the year
Yeah.
in the countries. So I saw a lot of guys really passionate with making competition. But the most important thing is that we look of a guy, if somebody is interesting to come in the team, is the love of food. It's not just the love of winning a competition, but the love that we have on the food. Because if we have a passion on the food, everything is coming. That maybe it's work, or maybe it's competition, or maybe it's making money, or whatever. Everything starts from a passion. If we have a passion to make money, we don't never gonna make money. If we have passion to win a competition, we never gonna win a competition. It's everything, in my opinion. But I don't know if everybody's is agree with me. But what I'm thinking is, if you have a passion on something, everything is coming. So when you're looking for a guy, young guy, you see if he's really in touch with food. Even when you are going to the market, buying some stuff for yourself, you feel the food, and it's what we are looking as a chef.
Hmm. Absolutely. It's when you love what you're doing, and then success will come. Success is not the goal itself, it's do what you love, right? Do it.
Success is a process. When you feel it, it's because you are doing nice, and keep it going like this. And even I told Andrea that is my commit, and he was really looking like we have to take revenge from the second place. We have to go winning. I know that we can do it. I said, yes, Andrea, it's good to win, but if we don't win, you see, we did a great experience. I loved my time with you, what we done together, and he was completely agree with me because when you get a little bit experience from all the restaurant, and you understand how it works a little bit, everything, you feel like that you are out of I don't know how to explain, out of aquarium. It's
Right.
not as a fish, as a small fish, but you feel as you are watching the aquarium. You say, okay, we can do maybe like this, like this, like this, but keep it every time out a little bit, a step out of what you are inside. Don't put too much your happiness there, because if it doesn't happen, nothing that you expect, you feel bad, and this is not good.
Yeah, take a perspective and yeah,
Perspective.
absolutely. That's great. And so Giuseppe, if are you on social media? Can people follow your journey and see what you're doing? Are you
Yeah,
posting? Or,
yeah. I'm Giuseppe San on Instagram. Like Giuseppe San is like Japanese call
right.
people.
Correct.
In Japan, everybody call me, hey, Giuseppe San, Giuseppe San. After I changed my name on Instagram, it was really funny, and I keep it like this. And in Italian, it's San Giuseppe. It's the saints. So it's fun.
Excellent. It's excellent. So what we'll do, we'll note down the your social media handles. If people want to come to the podcast website, they can find it there and connect
Yeah,
with you and continue and start following what you're doing. Because I am pretty sure, and everybody, the judges and everybody in Italy were pretty sure that you have become a great chef with like a really good mentality and so I think everybody was agreeing that the future is yours. Like whatever you want to do, follow your passion, and you will be successful in it.
will be a really pleasure for me, be an inspiration also for young guys. So whatever is not just young guys, but maybe chef that is higher and needs a little bit of of sparkliness, in the life, and maybe try to make competition. Maybe be an inspiration for young chef, and whatever of a chef is will be a really pleasure for me. Somebody needs to talk and whatever, I will be there, and also to keep in touch with the Worldchef, because before I met competition, I have to be honest, I didn't know so much Worldchef, but once you are inside, you understand not just Worldchef is not just a competition, but is always is right, is a association of chef. So it's what we can make like a big team as a chef, not just competing in each other, but making a great
Great family, a big family. Yeah.
families of Worldchef, and go every time more big. It's gonna be a really pleasure for me to be
Uh,
part of this system.
I appreciate that, Giuseppe. Thank you for the word and your support to all the young chefs and the world chefs and the association. It's important not to forget where you come from, people that brought you where you are, and that like you have that mentality to give it back. It's a really a great thing to do. So thank you for that.
Amazing, chef. Thank you so much.
And thank you for coming to the podcast. We've been listening to Giuseppe De Vincenzo, the winner of the Global Chef Challenge semi-final, now training for the finals and training with the national team for Luxembourg World Cup. He will be at the Worldchef Congress and Expo in Wales in 2026 in May, so do not miss that. It's been great listening to Giuseppe, so please follow his social media and see what he's doing, because what this podcast is about the making of a future chef, and Giuseppe sets a really great example. So Giuseppe, again, thank you for joining.
I see. Thank you so much, chef. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you all. Yeah.
all the best for your work, and whatever is the planning. I know that organize also a competition is not easy as a judges or as a part of the organization. So as a name of all the national team, we appreciate your work and what is behind the scenes, and give us opportunity to be there. Thank you so much.
That's very important. I appreciate that, Giuseppe, to all the people that are volunteering. So thank you very much for those words to the volunteers and the judges and everybody. Thank you so much. And thank you all for listening. You're listening to World Chef Podcast. This is your host, Ragnar Fredriksson, and this is World on a Plate.